Close your eyes for just 1 second. Imagine you are sitting in a small waiting room. Your hands are a little cold. Your heart is beating fast. A woman opens a door and says, "Come in, please. Tell me about yourself." Could you answer right now in 3 seconds without translating in your head first? If your answer is no or I am not sure, you are in exactly the right place today, because today we are going to fix that fear together, one sentence at a time. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to EFL USA. My name is Emma, and I am your teacher here on this channel, Practical English for Life in America. Every single day, we build real English for real situations, the kind of English you need when your paycheck, your family, and your future are on the line. Today's lesson is part of our Work and Job Interviews series, and it is one of the most important episodes we have ever made because a job interview is not just a conversation. It is a moment. It is a door. And today, I am going to help you walk through that door with confidence, even if English is still new for you. Before we begin, if this is your first time here, please subscribe and tap the bell because we publish new survival English lessons every single day and you do not want to miss the next one. Now, take a deep breath with me. In and out. Good. Let us begin. I want to introduce you to someone. Her name is Sophia. Sophia moved to the United States 8 months ago. She used to be a nurse in her home country, but here her English was not strong enough yet for a hospital job, so she applied for a position at a large retail store, working at customer service. She studied English every night after her shifts at a small restaurant job. She practiced grammar. She practiced vocabulary lists. But nobody taught her the exact words she would hear inside a real interview room. And that is exactly the problem we are going to solve today, because knowing English and knowing interview English are two very different things. Let me tell you what happened to Sophia, because her story is probably closer to your story than you think. It was a Tuesday morning. Sophia woke up early. She got up, washed up, and put on her best shirt, a simple white blouse she had ironed the night before. She looked in the mirror and practiced one sentence. "My name is Sophia, and I am excited to be here." She said it 5 times. She felt ready. She stepped out of her apartment, got on the bus, and got off 2 stops early because she did not want to be late. She walked into the store 15 minutes before her interview time, and she sat down in a small plastic chair near the manager's office. Then a man came out. He smiled and said, "Hi, Sophia. I'm Mr. Turner, the store manager. Come on back." Sophia stood up. Her legs felt a little shaky, but she followed him into a small office with 1 desk and 2 chairs. Mr. Turner sat down, looked at her resume, and said, "So, tell me a little about yourself." And here is the moment, my friend. This is the exact moment so many of us freeze. Sophia had practiced her name and 1 sentence, but "tell me about yourself" felt bigger than that. Her mind went blank for 2 full seconds. 2 seconds can feel like 2 minutes when you are nervous. She started to say, "I come from, I work at restaurant." Her sentences were short and broken, and she felt her face getting warm with embarrassment. Now, I want to pause the story right here, because this is exactly where we are going to give Sophia and give you the tools she did not have that day. By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what to say When someone asks you, tell me about yourself, exactly how to talk about your experience, exactly how to answer questions about your schedule, and exactly what to say when someone asks about money. So let us build these tools together, piece by piece. Let us start with the first and most important phrase in any job interview. Tell me about yourself. Listen to it one more time. Tell me about yourself. Now shadow it. Repeat after me, out loud if you can. Tell me about yourself. Good. This question is not really asking your whole life story. It is asking three small things only: who you are, what experience you have, and why you want this job. That is it. Just three parts. Let us build a simple, strong answer together. Part 1. Who you are. You can say, my name is your name, and I have been living in the United States for amount of time. Listen. My name is Sophia, and I have been living in the United States for 8 months. Now you try it with your own name. Say it. My name is, and I have been living in the United States for... Good. Repeat that one more time, a little faster. My name is, I have been living in the United States for... Part 2. Your experience. You can say, before this, I worked as a job title, and I am good at skill. Listen. Before this, I worked as a nurse, and I am good at helping people and staying calm under pressure. Now you try. Say it. Before this, I worked as a, and I am good at... Repeat after me. Before this, I worked as a... I am good at... Part 3. Why you want this job. You can say, I am looking for this job because reason, and I am ready to learn. Listen. I am looking for this job because I want to grow in a new career in the United States, and I am ready to learn. Now repeat. I am looking for this job because, and I am ready to learn. Now, let us connect all three parts into one smooth answer, the way Sophia should have said it. Listen carefully to the full answer. My name is Sophia. I have been living in the United States for 8 months. Before this, I worked as a nurse, and I am good at helping people and staying calm under pressure. I am looking for this job because I want to build a new career here, and I am ready to learn. Now, repeat that with me, slowly, piece by piece. Say it. My name is Sophia. Repeat that. I have been living in the United States for 8 months. Again. Before this, I worked as a nurse. One more time. I am good at helping people. Your turn. I am looking for this job because, say it back. I am ready to learn. Do you feel that? This is not magic. This is structure. When you have a structure in your mind, your fear becomes much smaller because you are not searching for words in an empty space. You already have a box, and you just need to put your own information inside it. Now, let us go back to Sophia's interview, because after that shaky start, something important happened. Mr. Turner smiled gently and said, "Take your time. There's no rush." And Sophia took a breath. She remembered one phrase her English teacher, me, had taught her in a previous lesson. Let me think for a moment. Listen to that phrase. Let me think for a moment. This is such a powerful phrase, my friend, because in America, it is completely normal and completely polite to ask for a few seconds to think. Native speakers do this too. You are not weak for pausing. You are smart for pausing. Repeat after me. Let me think for a moment. Again, let me think for a moment. One more time, with confidence. Let me think for a moment. Sophia used that phrase. She said, "Let me think for a moment." Took one breath, and then gave her answer. Slower this time. but complete. Mr. Turner nodded and wrote something on his paper. That small pause saved her interview. Now I want to teach you a second very important survival phrase for when you truly do not understand a question. This happens to everyone, even advanced English learners, because sometimes interviewers speak fast or use words you have not studied yet. The phrase is, "Could you repeat that, please?" Listen. "Could you repeat that, please?" Now shadow it. "Could you repeat that, please?" One more time, clearly. "Could you repeat that, please?" This phrase is not embarrassing. I want you to hear that clearly, because so many of my students tell me they are afraid to ask someone to repeat a question because they think it makes them look weak. But listen to me, my friend. In a real American interview, asking someone to repeat a question shows that you care about answering correctly. It shows respect for the conversation. Managers appreciate this far more than someone who nods and pretends to understand and then gives a completely wrong answer. Let us add one more version of this phrase, a slightly softer one you can use if you understood part of the question but not all of it. "Sorry, could you say that again? A little slower?" Listen, "Sorry, could you say that again a little slower?" Repeat after me. "Sorry, could you say that again a little slower?" Good. Now connect both of Sophia's rescue phrases together in your mind. Say it. Let me think for a moment. Repeat that. "Could you repeat that, please?" Again. "Sorry. Could you say that again a little slower?" Excellent. These 3 sentences alone can completely change the outcome of your interview because they buy you time, and time is exactly what your brain needs when it is translating and thinking at the same time. Let us continue with Sophia's story. After the first big question, Mr. Turner asked something a little easier. "What days and hours are you available to work?" This question comes up in almost every single interview in America, especially for retail, restaurant, warehouse, and customer service jobs. So let us build strong vocabulary around it right now. The word we need first is availability. Listen, availability. Repeat after me. Availability. This word simply means the days and times you can work. Here is an example sentence. My availability is Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Listen again. My availability is Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now you try with your own schedule. Say it. My availability is. Repeat that slowly. My availability is. Next word, flexible. Listen. Flexible. Repeat after me. Flexible. This means you can change your schedule easily if needed. Example. I am flexible, so I can also work some weekends if you need me to. Listen again. I am flexible, so I can also work some weekends if you need me to. Now repeat. Say it. I am flexible. Repeat that. I can work some weekends if you need me to. Next, the phrase full-time and part-time. Listen. Full-time, part-time. Repeat after me. Full-time, part-time. Full-time usually means about 40 hours a week. Part-time usually means fewer hours, maybe 15 to 30 hours a week. Example. I am looking for a full-time position, but I am open to part-time at the beginning. Listen again. I am looking for a full-time position, but I am open to part-time at the beginning. Repeat. Say it. I am looking for a full-time position. Again, I am open to part-time at the beginning. Next, the word shift. Listen. Shift. Repeat after me. Shift. A shift is a block of working time, like the morning shift or the night shift. Example: I prefer the morning shift, but I can also do the evening shift if needed. Listen again. I prefer the morning shift, but I can also do the evening shift if needed. Now you try. Say it. I prefer the morning shift. Repeat that. I can also do the evening shift if needed. Now, let us put all four of these words together into one small conversation, exactly the way Sophia used them in her interview. Listen carefully to this mini dialogue. Mr. Turner asked, "What is your availability like?" And Sophia answered, "My availability is Monday through Saturday. I prefer the morning shift, but I am flexible, so I can also work evenings if you need me to. I am looking for full-time hours, but I am open to starting part-time." Mr. Turner smiled, said, "That's very helpful, thank you." Now, let us shadow this full exchange together slowly, piece by piece. Say it. My availability is Monday through Saturday. Repeat that. I prefer the morning shift. Again, but I am flexible. One more time. I can also work evenings if you need me to. Your turn. I am looking for full-time hours. Say it back. I am open to starting part-time. Very good. Notice how natural that sounds. This is not a robot memorizing words. This is a real person giving real, useful information. Calmly and clearly, let us go a little deeper now, because I want you to be ready for follow-up questions too, the small questions that come after the big ones. One very common follow-up is, can you work weekends? You can answer simply with, yes, weekends work for me. Or if it is difficult for you, you can say, I prefer not to, but I can if it's necessary. Listen to both. Yes, weekends work for me. I prefer not to, but I can if it's necessary. Repeat both slowly. Say it. Yes, weekends work for me. Repeat that. I prefer not to, but I can if it's necessary. Another common follow-up is, when can you start? This is actually a very good sign in an interview, my friend, because interviewers usually only ask this question when they are already interested in hiring you, so do not panic when you hear it. Celebrate it a little inside. The safest answer is, I can start right away, or I can start next Monday, or I need about 1 week to give notice at my current job. Listen to all three. I can start right away. I can start next Monday. I need about 1 week to give notice at my current job. Now repeat each one. Say it. I can start right away. Again, I can start next Monday. One more time. I need about 1 week to give notice at my current job. Let us pause here for a moment, take a breath, and celebrate your progress. You have already learned how to introduce yourself with structure, how to buy time when you need to think, how to ask someone to repeat a question politely, and how to talk clearly about your schedule and availability. That is not small. That is real, usable English that you can use this week, maybe even tomorrow. Keep going with me, because Sophia's interview is not finished yet, and the hardest question of all is still coming. The question about money. Let us go back into that small office with Sophia and Mr. Turner. After the schedule questions, Mr. Turner looked at his paper and said, "One more thing. What are your salary expectations?" And this, my friend, this is the question that makes so many of us freeze completely. Because in many countries, we do not talk about money directly like this in a first meeting. It can feel uncomfortable. It can feel almost rude. But in America, this question is completely normal, and being prepared for it is one of the most powerful things you can do for your future paycheck. Sophia's mind went blank again for a second. She did not know the polite way to answer, so she just said, "Anything is okay," which is actually not a strong answer because it can make an employer think you do not know your own value. Let us build you a much better answer than that one right now. The key phrase here is salary expectations. Listen, salary expectations. Repeat after me. Salary expectations. This simply means how much money you hope to earn. Here is a strong, polite way to answer this question, even for beginners. You can say, based on my experience, I am hoping for around a number per hour, but I am open to discussing it. Listen carefully. Based on my experience, I am hoping for around $18 per hour, but I am open to discussing it. Now repeat that slowly. Say it. Based on my experience. Repeat that. I am hoping for around $18 per hour. Again. But I am open to discussing it. If you truly do not know a fair number yet, here is another safe and very common answer. I am open to a fair offer based on the position. Listen, I am open to a fair offer based on the position. Repeat after me. I am open to a fair offer based on the position. This sentence is short, polite, and professional, and it works in almost any interview in America. Let us add one more useful word here. Benefits. Listen. Benefits. Repeat after me. Benefits. Benefits are extra things a job gives you besides your paycheck, like health insurance or paid time off. Example question you might hear. Are you also interested in learning about our benefits package? And you can simply answer, yes, I would love to hear more about that. Listen. Yes, I would love to hear more about that. Repeat after me. Yes, I would love to hear more about that. Now, let us hear how Sophia's conversation could have gone if she had known these phrases before walking into that room. Listen to this improved version. Mr. Turner asked, "What are your salary expectations?" And a well-prepared Sophia answers, "Based on my experience, I am hoping for around $18 per hour, but I am open to discussing it." Mr. Turner nods and says, "That sounds reasonable. Are you also interested in learning about our benefits?" And Sophia answers, "Yes, I would love to hear more about that." Let us shadow this full exchange together now. Say it. Based on my experience. Repeat that. I am hoping for around $18 per hour. Again, but I am open to discussing it. One more time. That sounds reasonable. Your turn. Yes, I would love to hear more about that. Excellent work, my friend. Feel how much calmer and stronger that conversation sounds now, compared to a simple, worried, "Anything is okay." Take a deep breath with me one more time. In and out. You are doing something very brave right now. You are training your mouth and your mind to work together in a new language, in the exact situation where fear likes to attack the strongest, a real interview room. But you are not alone in that room anymore. You are carrying real tools with you now. How to introduce yourself, how to pause without panic, how to ask for repetition politely, how to talk about your schedule with confidence, and how to talk about money like someone who knows their own value. We still have more of Sophia's story to finish together, including the moment she almost lost her confidence completely and exactly what she said to bring herself back. We also have a full high-speed practice round coming up, where you will drill real interview questions and answers again and again until they start to feel automatic in your mouth, not something you are translating anymore, but something that is simply yours. For now, let us do one more full review round together, connecting everything from this first part of our lesson. Say it with me, slowly and clearly. My name is. I have been living in the United States for. Repeat that. Before this, I worked as a. I am good at. Again. I am looking for this job because I am ready to learn. One more time. Let me think for a moment. Your turn. Could you repeat that, please? Say it back. My availability is. I am flexible. Echo that. I can start right away. Repeat that. Based on my experience, I am hoping for around per hour. Repeat after me. I am open to discussing it. Let us go back into that small office, my friend, because Sophia's interview is not over yet, and the most important turn of the whole story is about to happen. After the salary question, Mr. Turner leaned back in his chair for a moment, looked at Sophia's resume again, and said something she did not expect. I see a gap here. You have almost no work history in customer service. Why should I choose you over someone with more experience in retail? And there it was. The hardest question of the entire interview. Not because it was tricky grammar, but because it touched something deeper. The fear so many of us carry when we move to a new country. The fear that our past experience does not count here, that we are starting from zero. Sophia felt her chest tighten. For a moment, she almost said, I don't know, and looked down at her hands. That is a very human moment, my friend. And if you have ever felt that exact feeling in a job interview, in a doctor's office, in a phone call, please know you are not alone. And today we are going to give you the exact words to turn that moment around, just like Sophia eventually did. Let us build the tool for this moment together, piece by piece, before we go back to finish her story. This type of question is often called a weakness question or a challenge question. The goal of a strong answer is simple. Do not deny the gap. Do not apologize too much for it. And instead, connect your past experience to something valuable for this new job. Let us learn the structure. The first phrase we need is transferable skills. Listen. Transferable skills. Repeat after me. Transferable skills. This means skills from one job that are also useful in a different job. For example, if you were a nurse, you already know how to stay calm, listen carefully, and help people who are stressed, and all of those skills are extremely valuable in customer service too. Listen to an example sentence. Even though my background is in nursing, I have transferable skills like staying calm under pressure and listening carefully to people's needs. Now repeat that slowly. Say it. Even though my background is in nursing, repeat that. I have transferable skills. Again, like staying calm under pressure. One more time. And listening carefully to people's needs. The second phrase is fast learner. Listen. Fast learner. Repeat after me. Fast learner. This is one of the most powerful phrases you can use in any interview when you do not have direct experience yet. Example. I don't have direct retail experience yet, but I am a fast learner and I am very motivated to grow in this field. Listen again. I don't have direct retail experience yet, but I am a fast learner and I am very motivated to grow in this field. Now you try. Say it. I don't have direct retail experience yet. Repeat that. But I am a fast learner. Again, I am very motivated to grow in this field, Let us combine these two tools into one full, confident answer, the kind of answer that turns a weakness into a strength. Listen carefully to the complete version. That's a fair question. My background is in nursing, not retail, but I bring transferable skills like staying calm under pressure, communicating clearly, and genuinely caring about the people I help. I don't have direct retail experience yet, but I am a fast learner, and I am very motivated to grow in this field. Now, let us shadow this piece by piece. Say it. That's a fair question. Repeat that. My background is in nursing, not retail. Again. But I bring transferable skills. One more time. Like staying calm under pressure. Your turn. And genuinely caring about the people I help. Say it back. I don't have direct retail experience yet. Echo that. But I am a fast learner. Repeat that. I am very motivated to grow in this field. Now, let us return to Sophia, sitting in that small office, feeling the weight of that difficult question. In our story, Sophia did not have this full structure memorized yet, because remember, this was her real interview before she had this lesson. But she did remember one small phrase from her practice notes, a bridge phrase, something to say while her brain searched for the rest of the answer. She said, "That's a fair question." And just saying those 4 words gave her 1 extra second to breathe, 1 extra second to organize her thoughts. Listen to that bridge phrase. That's a fair question. Repeat after me. That's a fair question. This phrase works beautifully for almost any difficult interview question because it shows respect for the question and buys you a small, natural pause. Then Sophia continued, slower but honestly. She said, "My background is nursing. I know how to help people. I don't have retail before, but I want to learn very much. I promise I work hard." Her grammar was not perfect. Her sentences were short. But something powerful happened in that moment. Mr. Turner smiled, a real smile, and said, "You know, that's exactly the kind of attitude we look for here. Skills we can teach. Attitude we can't. I want you to notice something important here, my friend." Sophia's English was not perfect in that answer. It was not the smooth, structured version we just practiced together. But her honesty and her effort came through clearly, and that mattered more than perfect grammar. This is something I want you to remember every single time you feel nervous before speaking English. Connection matters more than perfection. A manager is not grading you like a teacher with a red pen. A manager is looking for a real person they can trust, someone who will show up, work hard, and treat customers well. Your accent, your small grammar mistakes, these are not weaknesses in a job interview. They are simply part of who you are. And most managers respect the courage it takes to interview in a second language far more than you might think. Now, with the tools we just built together, tools Sophia did not have yet that day, you are already one big step ahead of where she was. Let us keep building, because there is more to learn. After that emotional turning point, Mr. Turner asked one more common question, a question you will almost certainly hear in nearly every interview you attend in America. "Do you have any questions for me?" This question surprises so many beginners because we often think the interview is only about us answering questions. But in America, asking a thoughtful question back shows real interest in the job and it can leave a very strong final impression. Let us learn 3 safe, simple questions you can ask at the end of any interview. The first one: what does a typical day look like in this position? Listen. What does a typical day look like in this position? Repeat after me slowly. What does a typical day look like in this position? One more time, a little faster. What does a typical day look like in this position? The second question: what do you enjoy most about working here? Listen. What do you enjoy most about working here? Repeat after me. What do you enjoy most about working here? Again, faster. What do you enjoy most about working here? This question is wonderful, my friend, because it usually makes the manager feel comfortable, even happy, and people love talking about things they enjoy. The third question: what are the next steps in the hiring process? Listen. What are the next steps in the hiring process? Repeat after me. What are the next steps in the hiring process? One more time. What are the next steps in the hiring process? This last question is very practical because it tells you clearly what will happen next and when you might hear back about the job, which helps you feel less anxious while you wait. Let us shadow all 3 questions together now, back to back. Say it. What does a typical day look like in this position? Repeat that. What do you enjoy most about working here? Again, what are the next steps in the hiring process? Excellent, my friend. You now have 3 professional, natural questions ready in your pocket for the end of any interview, in any sub-niche, any job. In our story, Sophia asked the 3rd question. She said, what are the next steps? A little shy, a little quiet, but clear enough. Mr. Turner answered, we're interviewing through the end of the week, and we'll call successful candidates by next Monday. Sophia said, thank you very much, and stood up to shake his hand. Now here comes a small but very important detail, one that many English learners never think about. The closing of the interview, the final 30 seconds. This is your last chance to leave a strong impression, so let us make sure you have the perfect words ready. The first closing phrase: thank you so much for your time today. Listen. Thank you so much for your time today. Repeat after me. Thank you so much for your time today. Very natural, very warm. The second phrase: I really appreciate the opportunity to interview with you. Listen. I really appreciate the opportunity to interview with you. Repeat after me, slowly. I really appreciate the opportunity to interview with you. One more time, smoother. I really appreciate the opportunity to interview with you. The third phrase, a small but powerful closing line. I look forward to hearing from you. Listen. I look forward to hearing from you. Repeat after me. I look forward to hearing from you. This phrase shows confidence and genuine interest without sounding pushy or desperate. Let us combine all 3 into Sophia's real closing moment, the way it happened in the story. Listen to the full closing. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate the opportunity to interview with you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Now, let us shadow this together, slowly, with warmth in your voice. Say it. Thank you so much for your time today. Repeat that. I really appreciate the opportunity to interview with you. Again, I look forward to hearing from you. Sophia walked out of that office, out through the store, and stepped outside into the sunlight. She stood there for a moment on the sidewalk and she cried a little, not from sadness, but from relief. She had done it. Her English was not perfect that day. She had made mistakes. She had frozen for a few seconds more than once. But she had stayed in the room. She had kept speaking. She had not run away from the hard question. And 3 days later, on a Thursday afternoon, her phone rang. It was Mr. Turner. He said, "Sophia, we'd love to offer you the position. When can you start?" And Sophia, ready this time, answered clearly, "I can start next Monday. Thank you so much for this opportunity." I share this story with you not because Sophia was perfect, my friend, but because she was brave, and because every single tool we practiced today came from real interview moments, the exact moments where English learners freeze the most. Now you have those tools too, maybe even stronger than Sophia had them on her first try, because you are practicing them right now, before your real interview, not during it. Let us take a short breath together, and now let us move into a fast pattern drill, the part of our lesson where we take everything we learned and turn it into muscle memory, quick reflexes that live in your mouth, not just in your notebook. Here is how this works. I will give you a sentence pattern, and then several quick variations. Try to answer quickly, without long pauses, just like a real conversation. Ready? Let us begin. Part 1. My name is, and I have been living in the United States for, say it with Sophia, and 8 months. My name is Sophia, and I have been living in the United States for 8 months. Now say it with your own name and your own time. My name is, and I have been living in the United States for. Good. Again, a little faster this time. My name is Ree, and I have been living in the United States for. Pattern 2. Before this, I worked as a Ree, and I am good at. Try it with chef and working fast under pressure. Before this, I worked as a chef, and I am good at working fast under pressure. Now, with your own job. Before this, I worked as a rear, and I am good at rear. One more time, a little faster. Before this, I worked as a rear, and I am good at. Pattern 3. My availability is, and I prefer the shift. Try it. My availability is Monday through Friday, and I prefer the morning shift. Now, with your own schedule. My availability is, and I prefer the shift called for. Based on my experience, I am hoping for around per hour. But I am open to discussing it. Try it with your own number. Based on my experience, I am hoping for around per hour, but I am open to discussing it. Good. Say it one more time, smoothly, like you have said it 100 times before. Based on my experience, I am hoping for around per hour, but I am open to discussing it. Mod 5. Even though my background is in, I have transferable skills like try it. Even though my background is in teaching, I have transferable skills like patience and clear communication. Now with your own background. Even though my background is in, I have transferable skills like worry pattern 6. I don't have direct experience yet, but I am a fast learner, and I am very motivated to try it. I don't have direct experience yet, but I am a fast learner, and I am very motivated to grow with this company. Now, say your own ending. I don't have direct experience yet, but I am a fast learner, and I am very motivated to wonderful work, my friend. Let us do one more full round. Faster this time, connecting several patterns together without stopping. just like a real interview conversation, moving quickly from question to question. Ready? Say it with me. My name is. I have been living in the United States for a while. Before this, I worked as a while. I am good at my availability is. I prefer the shift. Based on my experience, I am hoping for around per hour. I am open to discussing it. Thank you so much for your time today. I look forward to hearing from you. Feel that flow, my friend. Feel how the sentences start connecting, one after another, almost without thinking. This is exactly what fluency feels like in its early stages. It is not about knowing more words. It is about your mouth, trusting the words you already have. Let us pause here for a moment, take a deep breath together, and remember how far we have come already in this lesson. We started in that small waiting room with Sophia's shaking hands. We built her a strong introduction, piece by piece. We gave her and gave you 2 rescue phrases for moments of panic. Let me think for a moment. And could you repeat that, please? We learned how to talk about your schedule with real vocabulary like availability, flexible, full-time, part-time, and shift. We faced the money question directly and built confident, professional answers about salary expectations and benefits. We turned a difficult weakness question into a moment of honest strength, using transferable skills and fast learner. We learned 3 smart questions to ask at the end of any interview. And we practiced a warm professional closing that leaves a lasting impression. There is still more we need to cover together, my friend, including what to do if the interview happens over the phone instead of in person, because that brings its own special challenges. A second full high-speed review connecting Sophia's entire journey from beginning to end, and a final emotional message about what it truly means to master this moment in your English journey. We are not finished yet, so stay with me. Take another breath, relax your shoulders, and let us continue building your confidence together. My friend, welcome back. Take one more deep breath with me before we continue, because we still have important ground to cover, including a situation that surprises many English learners even more than an in-person interview: the phone interview or the video call interview. Many companies in America, especially larger stores, warehouses, and call centers, will first contact you by phone, sometimes without warning, before ever inviting you in for an in-person meeting. And phone interviews are, honestly, even harder than in-person ones for many of us, because you cannot see the person's face. You cannot read their body language, and background noise can make everything feel confusing and fast. Let me tell you what happened to Sophia 1 week after she started her new job, because her manager, Mr. Turner, was so impressed with her progress that he recommended her for a second position, a small promotion opportunity at a sister store nearby, one that paid a little more per hour. The regional manager, a woman named Ms. Patel, called Sophia directly on a Wednesday afternoon, completely unannounced. While Sophia was standing in her kitchen making dinner, the phone rang. Sophia looked at the screen. It was an unknown number with a local area code. Her stomach dropped a little, the way it always does when an unknown number calls, but something told her to answer. She picked up and said, "Hello?" Ms. Patel said. "Hi, is this Sophia? This is Linda Patel calling from corporate. Do you have a few minutes to chat about the team lead position? Sophia's mind raced. She had not prepared for this at all. She was standing in her kitchen with the sound of a pot boiling behind her. But she remembered something important, something we are going to teach you right now, a survival phrase specifically for surprise phone calls. The phrase is now a good time? Or could we schedule a call for later? Listen carefully. Is now a good time? Or could we schedule a call for later? Now repeat after me slowly. Is now a good time? Or could we schedule a call for later? One more time, a little smoother. Is now a good time? Or could we schedule a call for later? This phrase is incredibly valuable, my friend, because it gives you control over the situation instead of the situation controlling you. If you are in a noisy place, if you are tired, if you simply need 5 minutes to find a quiet room and calm your breathing, this phrase lets you ask for that, politely and professionally, without losing the opportunity. In our story, Sophia used exactly this phrase. She turned off the stove, took a breath, and said, "Hi, thank you for calling. Actually, could we schedule this for maybe 15 minutes from now? I want to find a quiet place." Miss Patel laughed warmly and said, "Of course, no problem at all. I'll call you back at 4:15. And just like that, Sophia gave herself the gift of preparation. Let us learn a few more essential phone-specific phrases now, because phone conversations require special vocabulary that in-person conversations do not. First phrase. Sorry, could you speak a little slower, please? Listen. Sorry, could you speak a little slower, please? Repeat after me. Sorry, could you speak a little slower, please? This is extremely useful on the phone because without seeing someone's lips moving, understanding fast speech becomes much harder. There is absolutely nothing wrong with asking for this. Second phrase. I'm sorry, the connection is a little unclear. Could you repeat that? Listen. I'm sorry, the connection is a little unclear. Could you repeat that? Repeat after me, slowly. I'm sorry, the connection is a little unclear. Again, could you repeat that? This phrase is wonderful because it gently blames the phone connection rather than your own understanding, which feels much more comfortable to say out loud. Third phrase. Can you please hold for just a moment? Listen. Can you please hold for just a moment? Repeat after me. Can you please hold for just a moment? This is useful if you need a few seconds to grab a pen, sit down, or simply collect your thoughts before continuing. Now let us build a full mini phone conversation, combining everything Sophia used with Miss Patel that afternoon. Listen carefully to the complete exchange. Miss Patel called back at 4:15 and said, "Hi, Sophia. Thanks for taking a moment earlier. So, tell me, why are you interested in the team lead position?" And Sophia, calm now, sitting quietly at her kitchen table with a notebook in front of her, answered, "Thank you for considering me. I've really enjoyed working at the store this past month, and I feel ready to take on more responsibility. I'm a fast learner, and I truly care about helping both customers and my teammates." Miss Patel said, "That's great to hear. What days are you available for the new schedule?" And Sophia answered clearly, "My availability is very flexible. I can work mornings, evenings, and some weekends if needed." Miss Patel continued, "Wonderful. And just to confirm, are you comfortable with the pay range we discussed, around $20 per hour?" Sophia answered confidently, "Yes, that works well for me. Thank you." Near the end of the call, Miss Patel said, "Great, I'll send you an email with the next steps." And Sophia closed warmly with, "Thank you so much for this opportunity. I look forward to hearing from you." Now, let us shadow this entire phone conversation together, piece by piece, slowly. Say it. "Thank you for considering me." Repeat that. "I've really enjoyed working at the store this past month. Again, I feel ready to take on more responsibility." One more time, "I'm a fast learner." Your turn, "and I truly care about helping both customers and my teammates." Say it back. "My availability is very flexible." Echo that. "I can work mornings, evenings, and some weekends if needed." Repeat that. "Yes, that works well for me. Thank you." Repeat after me. "Thank you so much for this opportunity." Again, "I look forward to hearing from you." Beautifully done, my friend. Notice something powerful in this second story. This time, Sophia was not shaking. She was not searching helplessly for words. She was calm, clear, and in control, not because her English suddenly became perfect overnight, but because she had structure. She had practiced phrases, and she had learned from her first difficult interview that pausing is not weakness, asking for clarity is not weakness, and speaking slowly with confidence is far stronger than speaking quickly with panic. Miss Patel called. 2 days later, Sophia got the promotion. She now earns $2 more per hour, and she trains new employees at the store, some of whom are, just like her 8 months ago, nervous immigrants trying to build a new life in a new language. Now, my friend, let us bring absolutely everything from today's lesson together in one final, complete review, connecting Sophia's whole journey from that shaky waiting room chair all the way to her promotion phone call. This is the moment where all these separate pieces become one connected skill inside your mind. So please stay with me and speak out loud with as much energy and confidence as you can find. Let us walk through her full journey together. One more time from the very beginning. Say it with me. My name is Sophia, and I have been living in the United States for 8 months. Repeat that. Before this, I worked as a nurse, and I am good at staying calm under pressure. Again, I am looking for this job because I want to build a new career here, and I am ready to learn. One more time. Let me think for a moment. Your turn. Could you repeat that, please? Say it back. My availability is Monday through Saturday. Echo that. I prefer the morning shift, but I am flexible. Repeat that. I am open to starting part-time. Repeat after me. Based on my experience, I am hoping for around $18 per hour. Again, but I am open to discussing it. One more time. Yes, I would love to hear more about that. Now let us continue into the harder part, the weakness question, and Sophia's turning point. Say it. That's a fair question. Repeat that. Even though my background is in nursing, I have transferable skills. Again, like staying calm under pressure and communicating clearly. One more time. I don't have direct retail experience yet, but I am a fast learner. Your turn. I am very motivated to grow in this field. Now, the closing of the interview. Say it. What are the next steps in the hiring process? Repeat that. Thank you so much for your time today. Again, I really appreciate the opportunity to interview with you. One more time. I look forward to hearing from you. And finally, The phone interview survival phrases. Say it. Is now a good time? Or could we schedule a call for later? Repeat that. Sorry. Could you speak a little slower, please? Again. I'm sorry. The connection is a little unclear. Could you repeat that? One more time. Can you please hold for just a moment? Take a deep breath, my friend. In and out. Feel your shoulders relax. Look at everything you just said out loud. Everything you just practiced with your own voice. This is not a small achievement. This is the exact language that stands between fear and opportunity, between silence and a paycheck, between staying stuck and moving forward into the life you are building here, piece by piece, word by word. I want to leave you with something important before we finish today's lesson. Job interviews are frightening for everyone. Even for native English speakers, even for people who have lived in this country their entire lives. Nervousness in an interview room is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is simply a sign that this moment matters to you, that you care about your future, about supporting yourself and your family. That nervous feeling in your chest is not your enemy. It simply means you are stepping into something meaningful. But here is what changes everything, my friend. The next time you sit in that small chair outside an interview room, the next time your phone rings with an unknown number, you will not be starting from zero. The way Sophia was on that first Tuesday morning, you will already have the words. You will already have the structure. You will already have, let me think for a moment, and could you repeat that, please? Ready in your mouth like old friends, not strangers. And that, more than perfect grammar, more than a native accent, is what will carry you through that door with your head held high. Let us do one final, full-speed round together before we close today's lesson, connecting everything one more time, fast and confident, the way you will say it in real life. Say it with full energy. My name is... I have been living in the United States before this, I worked I am good at. My availability is... I prefer the shift. Based on my experience, I am hoping for around per hour. Even though my background is I have transferable skills like, I don't have direct experience yet, but I am a fast learner. Thank you so much for your time today. I look forward to hearing from you. Wonderful, my friend. Truly wonderful. You should feel proud of the work you just did today, because this was not passive listening. This was active practice. Real English, built directly from a real interview situation, exactly the kind of situation you may be walking into very soon, if you have not already. If this lesson helped you feel even a little more confident about your next interview, whether it is in person or on the phone, please stay connected with us here on EFL USA, because tomorrow we continue our Practical English for Life in America series with another survival situation. Many of us face here, the doctor's office and the pharmacy, learning exactly what to say when you do not understand your medication instructions, or when you are worried about side effects and need to ask clearly, without fear, without translating in your head. Keep practicing these phrases this week, even in small moments, standing in your kitchen, walking to work, looking in the mirror before bed. Say them out loud. Let your mouth get used to the shape of these words, because small daily practice, repeated again and again, is exactly what builds real, lasting confidence, not overnight, but steadily, the same way Sophia built hers. One interview, one phone call, one brave sentence at a time. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I am proud of you for showing up, for practicing, and for taking your English seriously, because that effort will open real doors for you here in America, doors just like the one Sophia walked through with shaking hands and walked back out of with a job, and 8 months later with a promotion. Keep believing in yourself. Keep practicing every single day, and I will see you in the next lesson.